It's time now to head back out to the new zoo.
Neil Anderson joins us live from Suamico. Hi, Neil.
Hey, good morning. Well, we're outside, as you can tell, and we're with another one of our porcupines. This is Penelope. And you see she's catching a little bit of the sun this morning. It's a little cold out. That's her normal routine. See, she kind of hangs there, and a little meditation, a little porcupine yoga there for a while, and then she's ready to go.
Do porcupines like acupuncture?
yeah, they do.
Yeah. Well, they do yoga, I guess.
Right.
We just learned.
Yeah,
so
they do yoga. They just sit there and meditate, you know, and then everything's good. You come by and, you know, then she gives you a little high five and you know the day's going to be pretty good.
So last hour we saw Buttercup, and this is Penelope. Do you only have girl porcupines?
Yes, we do. You know, and we've got now, this is a North American porcupine. And, you know, a lot of people think porcupines, North Americans, that they hibernate. And they actually don't. But a lot of things change for them in the winter. And they'll use a den. A lot of times they'll use a rock den. Out in the wild they use a rock den. They don't bring anything into the den. You know, here we provide them with a little den area with, you know, some straw inside to take care of that. Now, if the weather's really bad, they're not going to spend a lot of time outside. But they're nocturnal. So even throughout the winter now, they're going to go ahead and their activity patterns will be just at sunset till about 11 at night, and then 3 in the morning until about 6 in the morning. They're going to be active. But they have to change their diet, you know, so it's a low protein, low nitrogen diet, which they're going to see behind them. You see the conifer trees. They'd be eating pine needles, some of the bark. So it's really a stressful time for porcupines. They're going to lose about 1/3 of their weight. But here's something that's real interesting too, is the quills. Now, she's got about 30,000. I didn't count them all. I didn't get...
I think that's pretty funny.
Yeah, I wasn't going to do that.
No.
But I can tell you there's about 30,000 on her. And you see all the, you know, it's a woolly hair. They got 5 different kinds of hair. So with the quills, you know, they're hollow. So they got pretty good insulation value on that. But here's another interesting thing with porcupines is their quills, you know, they can't throw them, but they come out easier in the summer.
Oh.
Now think about this, okay? In the winter, it really would take a lot to dislodge a quill. So if you're going to get hit by a porcupine, have it done in the winter.
Sure.
Okay? Okay, because the chances is you're not going to get as many quills. And the reason that is because they want to conserve the tensile strength to the skin is much tougher at that particular point, because you want to keep those quills on, because if you lose those quills, all of a sudden you're not going to grow them back in the middle of winter.
Oh.
Okay? Right. Okay, so you're going to lose your insulation value. So that completely changes. Now in the spring, summer, that's a whole different deal. Spring, they'll go ahead and shed. They'll shed a lot of that woolly coat underneath like that, and they'll renew some of the quills themselves, but their activity changes quite a bit. You know, and sometimes they'll use a den with other, you know, porcupines, but normally they won't. Like say, they got to go into the diet, you know, with a diet in the fall, you know, acorns and nuts and things like that, so that they can put on a lot of weight, because the winter is a tough time for these guys because they stay up, but their activity patterns go down. And if it's, you know, we get a snowstorm here or whatever, she'll be in here. She won't come out. So depending what the day's like will depend if she's out. And usually she loves to sit up on top of that log out here in the morning and catch that sun and ready to go.
All right. Well, Neil, thanks for filling us in, and we'll talk to you next week, okay?
Hey, sounds good.
See ya.